Police have identified a suspect in a Mountain View situation that involved a barricaded man and arson. Artists share their work in an Alaskan Native Artists Market outside a statewide arts and culture conference. Spring has finally sprung here in Alaska, and with spring comes a little cleaning.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
Police identified a man accused of barricading himself inside of a Mountain View residence yesterday in a situation that closed down multiple streets, involved arson, and the evacuation of homes in the area. A warning, some viewers might find some of the video disturbing. Anchorage police say 27-year-old Eob Imlock had barricaded himself inside a home in the 400 block of North Lane Street in Mountain View after an initial report of a physical altercation. According to an Anchorage police Facebook post, police officers, SWAT, the crisis negotiating team, medics, and the Anchorage Fire Department all responded to the scene at about 4:22 yesterday afternoon. Streets were blocked off in the area as crews worked the scene and weren't completely reopened until 2 this morning. There were loud popping sounds on the street, causing some emergency personnel to move out of the way as a house was on fire North Lane Street between Mountain View Drive and Ames Avenue. Lauren Jones says she lives on one house away from where the situation unfolded.
When I saw this house, I have absolutely never seen a home engulfed in flames like this. It's something I've only seen in the movies. I've never seen anything like this up close and personal. So it was heart-wrenching. It was very scary, and scary is the only word I could think of.
Tony Houston, another witness, says he also saw a lot of what happened Friday afternoon into Friday night.
I saw a lot of police officers standing in front of a house with guns pointed. So I stood there and watched for about a good hour and a half, and they were asking the guy who was inside to come out, with your hands up, put the gun down and come out. And he wouldn't, and that was like maybe an hour and a half standoff.
Police say the suspect was treated at a hospital for minor injuries before being taken to the Anchorage jail, where he was remanded for arson, resisting arrest, misconduct involving a weapon, violating conditions of release, and 2 counts of assault. Police say no one else was injured in the incident. Now, turning to weather, spring has certainly sprung across South Central and, dare I say, summer preview. Joe Bartosik, the question is, will the sunshine continue for Mother's Day?
And for the most part, Joe, it definitely will. We'll continue to hopefully get mom's seal of approval for all you moms out there in South Central. Meanwhile, we continue to see the camera bouncing around from our Midtown studios as we look toward downtown Anchorage with those winds out of the southeast at 18 miles an hour, gusting to 33 miles an hour officially at Ted Stevens Anchorage International Airport, where it is currently 55 degrees. Winds have been as high as 38 miles an hour today in Anchorage, 31 miles an hour in Palmer and Seward, and near that, 29 miles an hour up there in Glen Allen. We'll continue to stay breezy, if not gusty, as we head on in through the overnight hours. So expect another night of some whistling and howling, and that will continue on into Mother's Day, especially around the Anchorage Bowl on up into the valley with those wind gusts around 25 to 35 miles an hour. We'll continue to see sunshine starting off the day on Monday after we stay mainly clear through the overnight hours, lows dropping on down to around 40 degrees. With the heating of the day tomorrow, we'll rise up only into the mid-50s, but scattered clouds by the afternoon with a few pop-up showers, especially along the higher terrain. We continue to see flooding concerns with snowmelt and ice jams across the interior, increasing winds thanks to a big storm system approaching the west coast, which will bring rain and even snow. And you mentioned that summer preview, Joe. Fire weather concerns, our first fire weather warnings of the season in effect for the Alaska Range. We'll talk all about these warnings and alerts in detail coming up in the main weathercast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Joe. Reconnect, Refresh, Renew. That's the statewide arts and culture conference that took place this week. Just outside the conference, artists were sharing their work at the Alaska Native Artists Market. Joe Cadotte went there to find out what their art means to them.
For the artists at this market, their work means more to them than what they were selling. It goes back to their family and their culture. At the market, there was a variety of goods for sale, including beaded and ivory earrings, ivory carvings, ulus, postcards, and even salmon leather. And while the work may be beautiful to look at, many of the artists spoke on how it comes from a history in their culture, needing to carve tools or to make clothes for survival. And many of their pieces are made from resources they get from the land today. Many of these artists learned their craft from someone important to them, whether it be a father, a mother, an uncle, or a friend. But for all of them, it means more to them than what's on the table.
The seal is my main food diet. The skin, the oil, the meat, the bones. The bones are for like hunting tools. We use it to make, we use it for carving also, and we make it for jewelry too. So I specialize in jewelry and skin sewing.
It started off with my father. He inspired me to continue as an Indigenous artist. He's my motivation.
We need to create the space for the next generation to be able to come in and say, hey, I wanted to learn. And it connects them to their culture, especially here in the city. You don't have much opportunity at times to connect with your culture once you're here.
To hear more from the artists and what their work means to them, join us when we come back tonight at 10.
It finally feels like spring here in Alaska. And with spring comes a little cleaning.
This is the community coming and getting together for the 11th annual Ship Creek Cleanup. A fun event. You know, we got lots of folks coming down just to help out.
And many people did show up wearing rubber boots, latex gloves, and safety vests to walk along the banks of Ship Creek and remove debris that had accumulated during the long winter. This spring cleanup is held annually. It's the first of 2 Ship Creek cleanup events for the 2023 fishing season. The event is part of the Bait Shack community events, which also include the Slammin' Salmon Derby, Ship Creek Youth Fishing Day, Coho Rodeo, and Jewel Lake Jamboree. After the cleanup, volunteers were invited to gather for giveaways. The goal to provide a trajectory of success for those wishing to pursue a career as a first responder. Earlier today, the Anchorage Fire Explorers conducted a graduation ceremony to celebrate the 2023 graduating class. The Explorers program has been in existence for 4 decades, playing a vital role in empowering tomorrow's leaders and preparing the next generation of Alaskan first responders. Starting in 1982, the program comprises a senior captain, command staff, and 4 companies, with each company having its captain and 6 explorers. This graduating class is now poised to embark on their next chapter in the Alaska Fire Service.
We have young men and women of all age ranges and grades. Some will be graduating, some are getting promoted and staying in the program, but today was a celebration of them and all their accomplishments and all their learning and growth.
And that second cleanup event will be held after the fishing season wraps up in the fall. Still to come on the 5 o'clock report, we're hitting the road with Rebecca Pulsha. The destination, Valdez. The reason, to catch some high-flying action, of course. The details when we come back. It was like winning the lottery for one Anchorage elementary school, an anonymous donor writing a big check. There was one stipulation on what the money had to be used for. In today's edition of In Case You Missed It, Dave Allgood went to the school to do a little investigative work on this big donation.
Dr. Etheldra Fairview Elementary School is home to...
We have over 400 kids here.
That's over 400 pairs of shoes squeaking and skipping down the hallway.
So we were just thrilled. And they wanted to remain anonymous, so...
And now that the snow is gone and the weather is warming up, the playground is busy.
Many of them put them on and wore them for the rest of the week, and many continued to wear it long after the snow melted.
What they put on was new boots, but how they got them, well...
That was pretty amazing. The initial thought is, wow, 20,000, and then they wanted to remain anonymous on top of that. So that was just pretty stunning and wonderful. I mean, what a gift.
An anonymous hero gave the Title I school $20,000 specifically...
so that every single child in the entire school got a brand new pair of winter boots.
Nice winter boots from 6th Avenue Outfitters Co-op. Boots that a lot of families probably couldn't afford.
I've had a couple of the students say that they were the nicest boots they've ever owned.
And get this, the cost to give new boots to every child actually came to $28,000, $8,000 more than the anonymous donation.
And so 6th Avenue Outfitters was kind enough to give us a further discount to make up for some $8,000 or so.
And not only did 6th Avenue Outfitters discount the shoes $8,000, they came out and measured each child's feet and gave them boots a size larger to grow into for next year. And how did the kids take the news? Well, I'll let them tell you.
I was shocked because I never heard of a school who were going to buy boots for kids.
I was surprised and I said thank you because I didn't know I was going to get boots.
Look at those smiles, these happy feet, and maybe, just maybe, peace of mind knowing these little minds, our kids, are going to be okay and taken care of because somebody they'll never know knew what they needed.
What's a pair of boots? But if you don't have any other winter gear or have those boots, they mean a huge deal.
Oh, and these kids are grateful.
Thank you.
I'll say thank you because they donated the boots to Fairview.
An anonymous donor in a local business gave our kids more than just happy feet. They gave them a life lesson that's as priceless as these smiles.
I've learned from a very wise person what you give into the world would come back to you.
Giving is good, and that's...
It was incredible.
The All Good News.
A community taking care of its kids. What a great story. And if you have an all good story you'd like to send to Dave, you can email him at allgoodnews@alaskasnewssource.com. Still ahead, such a beautiful day today with nothing but sunshine and mostly clear skies. Will we see it again tomorrow? When we come back, we'll take a final look at the forecast. Welcome back, Joe Bartosik. Please tell me that it's going to continue to be nice outside.
Yeah, we're going to see the sunshine continuing for the rest of the evening. Breezes will continue across the Anchorage, blow on up into the valley as well. It could be as high as 30 to 35 miles an hour at times. We'll continue to see clear skies through the overnight. 54 for tomorrow with sunshine giving way to afternoon clouds and the chance for an isolated shower, especially across the higher terrain of the hillside on into the Chugach Range. We'll see low 40s for Monday morning, a mixture of sun and clouds on Monday afternoon, 56. Chance for overnight showers Monday night into Tuesday morning, 54 by the afternoon. Chance of some light rain throughout the day on Wednesday, 54. 56 on Thursday with a mixture of sun and clouds and then more rain heading into next weekend. Big concern for ice jams and floodings continue across the interior. We'll watch those warnings and update you tonight on the Late Edition.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. We will be back here at 10 tonight.